How's it going, YouTube? So this is my second video blog, and today I want to talk about hatred. And also, I was sort of related to anger management in a way. So to begin off, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you guys been so angry at someone that you could eat a cow? Have you ever been so angry at someone that you could throw them with an angry bird? Yeah. So basically, many people have different ways of dealing with angers. And I don't know what is your way of dealing with anger, but here's some experience that I want to share with you, or something that I really did do when I was really angry, not lately, but a while ago. So one time I was so angry that I punched my hand on a table, and what happened was that the table sort of wounded my hand, and then bleed would not bleed, but blood would going all over my hand and all that stuff. And it was really not a pretty sight. And another time when I was really angry, I sort of stomped my feet on the floor really hard, and then my feet, the flat surface of my feet was bruised, and so every time I walk, it hurts me a lot. And it's really not a good idea to deal with my anger, because every time when you're angry, there's something that initiates your anger. It is something that you don't like that makes you really angry, right? So if you do something that reminds you of something that makes you unhappy or makes you really angry, there's no point, right? It makes you unhappy and unhappy and unhappy, right? Even though that anger is for a few moments, but it makes you unhappy for life. For example, stomping my feet really hard on the floor and then sort of wounding my feet and reminding myself every time when I walk, when it hurts, that I was actually angry before at something that I really don't want to recall. So basically, when you're angry at someone, in a way you would develop a hatred towards them. And I remember that someone told me that hatred is actually like eating wet poison while hoping that person to die. But then in a way you're sort of killing yourself in the long run. And it is not a good thing to do. I hated someone so much that in my life I would sort of say the full name and then swear at them, in my mind, or even say it out, telling them that they should eat beef, and also they should go beep and all that stuff. And sort of there was a time I was cursing people I really hate, not a lot, but cursing people I really hate for every second of my life. So it was sort of something that is a vicious cycle in my mind that I keep swearing at them in my mind. And the funny thing is that I haven't even met these people in person, so it's a very stupid thing that I did. I hate you, imaginary friend. Sometimes when you hate someone, that person is stored in your brain because you're telling yourself, hey, I hate this person, I hate this person. But the thing is, while you're hating them, you are not happy at all because you have to remind yourself of this person who made you unhappy. And sometimes that person is only, or that idea is only in your life for a few seconds, or it's only a few moments in your life, whereas you have a lot of more happy moments that you can actually enjoy. But the thing is, every time in your life you keep telling yourself that you hated that person and blah 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 blah, telling yourself, recalling to yourself these bad moments or angry stuff or hatred you have towards that person. So it makes you really unhappy for the rest of your life if you keep thinking about it. So basically, some people might say, hey, you know what, in order to not let this hurt you in a way, is to forgive and forget. Well, actually that's not my suggestion to you, because I actually been in that position, and I know that it's really hard to forgive and forget something. If someone hurt you once, you would not just forget that they hurt you and let them hurt you again, because you have to do something to defend yourself or protect yourself, right? Because there's no point in getting yourself harmed while other people are laughing at you and all this stuff. So I won't tell you to forget what they do, but instead, you know that in your heart, but just don't treat it, I don't know what you experience, but for me, I don't treat it as such a big thing, something that would stop me from being happy. So I would not really forget it, and I might not really forgive them, because it's really hard to forgive someone if they have really hurted you a lot. And if you're in that position, I think I sort of sympathize, or I know what you are experiencing because I experienced it before. So I'm not telling you to forgive and forget them, but in a way, do yourself a favor, because what's the most important thing in your life is you, because your perception of the world is who you are, and if you are unhappy, it sort of ruins your whole world for you. So what I'm telling you to do is all my advice for you is to don't think about it, just leave it away, and just try and enjoy the happy moments. Look forward. You have a lot of time before you, or you still have a life in front of you. Why not do something that makes you happy and sort of not forget what that person did, but forget that unhappiness and move on with your life. So basically, this is what I'm gonna tell or share with you guys on my second video blog. Is about how to manage your anger or hatred to someone else. And even though you forget what I've just said, I sort of want you to remember or take away that it is really important that you forget things that made you unhappy and move on with your life, because it's really important for you to be happy and to live a happy and ever after life. Not happy and ever after life, like as in you're dead, but a happy life. So that's for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it or you got some insight from it. And if you sort of want to share with me or maybe other YouTube people or the internet about your idea, feel free to post some comments or a video blog or send me a private mail and we can sort of discuss about this idea. I hope you enjoyed it. And before I end this video blog, I want to show you something. Yep, so this is my angry bird. It's not an angry bird, but it's an angry bird. Yeah. And if you're really unhappy, just throw it. Yep. Throw it away, or just throw it, or I don't know, or if you have a cushion, just hit it. I mean, there's a lot of ways to deal with your anger, but don't find ways that will hurt yourself, like what I did. Bruise my leg or bleed my hand. See ya.